Church is in session because I'll be honest, that was a damn near religious experience. For those of us, for those of you just joining us here, this is how we do it here at our band show. If you don't know, we're a monthly broadcast. Every month we bring in an amazing band, just like Suburban Surf Club. We light them, we mic them up, we let them do their thing, and then we edit a video or two of theirs every week from that session. And we rinse and repeat that. So if you guys like what you're hearing, we really would hope that you would subscribe, like, and share this channel, this live stream with a friend. It would greatly help us and the band. So without further ado, we can take you higher. And we're going to do that right now. I want to introduce to you my co-producer and co-host of the show, Patrick W. Huber. Welcome to the stream, Pat.
Welcome indeed. Wow, that's an introduction, having that cover by Creed there. Suburban Surf Club, I'm happy to have you here on the show, and just really an amazing set of songs that you just provided. I hope you're having a great time with us here tonight.
Oh, we are. Yeah. Well,
and I just want to survey
as much fun as everybody else is.
They definitely are. The chat is going crazy, and I just want to survey the chat real quick. If you also feel the love in the room tonight, if you're watching at home and you also felt that religious experience, as someone already did, as Michael did in the chat, drop a church emoji. Let's drive this one home. So, Pat, I see you rocking out back there on the multi-view. How could you not? It's an incredible show. How are you doing tonight, Pat?
I'm doing fantastic, and you're right. I'm recording my camera right now, so it's definitely, you're going to catch me rocking and rolling here on our band show. Christian, usually I just jump right in and chime in with a question here, but I think I'm just going to read the chat here and, throw Michael's question into the ether. He basically wanted to ask Suburban Surf Club, what is the inspiration for your songwriting? I think actually the titles of your songs. So if you want to take that and go ahead and, answer Michael's question.
Oh man, that's a tough one. It's really like a case by case basis. Some songs, we like, when we songwrite, because we all don't, live together, we'll write something and, maybe pieces of it and then send it to each other. Sometimes it's with funny, unserious names, and sometimes those stick. Other times it's just, like a play on words, like High Tide to Hell. I think other times it's just the content of the song, really.
That's definitely awesome. So I hope that answers the question from Michael in our chat. Keep throwing those questions in, and we'll try to answer them throughout the interview. Congrats are in order, Suburban Surf Club. You dropped your new album this past Wednesday. Why don't you, tell us how excited you are, and, sort of walk us through like the process of developing this album.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week dropping that. It's our first album as a three-piece, which is really sick. But yeah, the process. So we actually recorded with one of the our band show alumni, Gus Morales of Ghost Chant, and I actually watched their session to like get amped up for this one, and I was like, how do we? I mean, we're totally two different genres, but like, how do we replicate that energy? And you can't. The Ghost Chant is Ghost Chant. Like, you can't top that, but you can try to follow it up. So shout out to Gus. We did it, partially in his apartment. He has a whole recording set up there, which is really easy and convenient. And then also we did some drums at Dan's house, and Gus just brought his equipment around. So that was the recording side of it. He produced, mixed, mastered. In terms of writing, I guess, it was all some of these songs I wrote, and the guys, really added a ton of flavor to it, and we added some other pieces to the songs. Let's say If You Ain't First was a 2-minute long song, and then we added that really cool, Marcelo added that really cool ending part to it. So it was really a collaborative effort, and then these guys came in and just absolutely blew the house off the place with their musical abilities. So I was really excited to not have to just write everything by myself like I did the last one, and it's good having a really good team behind you.
One thing we always say about when we had Ghost Chan in the building was, wow, Gus had a lot of gear. I mean, he had a lot of equipment.
We got to use some of that.
Definitely the right guy for the task,
yes.
And it sounds awesome. We love when our alumni work with our current artists. That's just fantastic. That was the hopeful dream when we started this thing, to grow an awesome community. And speaking of that community, I also want to go back to the chat because some people's living rooms were destroyed. during that performance of Higher. I don't want to get too far away from that, okay? Avery said, Avery Avello of What Makes Sense, friend of the show, friend of the band, said, currently floating in his bedroom. Love that. We got some hell yes, and Kira was waving her lighter in the air, and how could you blame her? So, guys, Creed, was that in jest or out of respect and love for an incredible, and sorry if I'm a little biased here, but timeless song?
Yeah, definitely out of respect. I know we were chatting before the show, but like, was it Creed Weathered was one of the first albums I like ever got on like CD, and they're a really sick band, and very underappreciated. So I had to kind of go under the radar as like a Creed fan for a few years in hiding. But now they're back and they're cool and they're touring, and we were like, I think this is something that everybody enjoys nowadays, and people ask us like when we're gonna play shows, like, are you playing the Creed cover tonight? We're like, what about all our other songs? But yeah, we love playing it. It's just like such a big, like, powerful song. It's like technically a 3-chord song. So it's nice, simple. It's really well structured. Music videos kick ass too. So what's there, not to like about it?
Yeah, good use of early 2000s CGI in that video. I'll never forget that shot.
That wasn't real.
The intensely fast tracking shot climbing up the mountain, and Scott Stapp's just standing there with the digital wind whipping in his hair, and it's just absolutely incredible. So with that said, I mean, how does it make you feel that Creed has sort of become a meme in our current era of internet communication?
I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I'll let you guys go.
I mean, love them or hate them, they're still around. They've had that resurgence, and, we're here to make the best light of that possible, because we absolutely love playing this live. And at first, it was in jest. I remember it was just like, oh, we should do a Creed cover. And we're like, what? I was like, well, Higher, of course. And then I thought about it, I was like, absolutely, we should freaking do that. And then we just all got on board, and, despite them being a meme, everybody still knows them. So...
They're bigger than ever, selling out 2 nights in a row at Madison Square Garden.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, hey, hell of a time to be a hater.
It's cool that they're a meme, because that's the whole reason why they're playing again. But at the same time, like, their tickets are so expensive because they're popular, because they're a meme. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about that one.
I mean, yeah, did you see all the ads that they did for that? They're like, we're getting the band back together. And they're all just like, yeah, we're going to make a lot of money.
And they are. Yes. Now, I feel... bringing up Creed and the unfair memeing, you also have some other, I believe, to be incredible bands, such as Nickelback and Smash Mouth, and dare I even say Imagine Dragons, that I just think get a bad rep in today's internet world. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, like, Nickelback, like, the numbers don't lie. They've just consistently had a crowd, and so I think they're great musicians. It's just, obviously, it was a very... specific and expressive and type of music. Like, nobody's singing like this anymore, and nobody was doing that beforehand. So like leading from the 90s into then, I think everybody was just like, this is cool, but like after a few years everybody's doing it right now, and so that's why I think it kind of like they meme themselves into like history. But there's no like debating whether or not the songs are well written. They are well written.
Yeah. Mic drop. Well said, well said. So Pat, but before we run out of time here in the second interview, you and I were watching the band's latest music video, and dare I say we were pretty blown away by it as filmmakers ourselves.
Yeah, it's definitely a little fun. What struck me is you have this whole like theme of death coming to everybody's door, and then you end up partying with him or her. And why don't you just like talk about making this music video? And now that you have the new album out, are more videos on the horizon? Do you enjoy making these things?
Yeah, videos are fun. I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I'll hand it to the guys, because there was also, one of like Dan's first experience, I think, doing a music video. So, would love to hear his perspective on it.
All right, sure. So the music video, like we all just kind of tried to see what we all wanted to do. Aaron had something written up in his head, and so we were just like, okay, we'll run with it, see what happens. And so, as you'd mentioned, yeah, we have the Grim Reaper visiting us in our, own situations throughout the music video. And so like for me, it was really, really cool, but also very casual. It wasn't something like hugely produced, but still of high quality. And shout out to, I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Eric Ambrosino.
Thank you.
He's the best.
Yes, he did a fantastic job with that. Capturing everything, very easy to work with, got a lot of ideas. He'd never said no to a shot. So we tried a bunch of different things out. Some things made it, some things didn't. And so overall, I had a blast making that video. What about you, Marcelo?
I just showed up. No, he had like a whole script ready, and we were like, it kind of fits the vibe of the song, but at the same time, not really. So like, it's a fun thing. I mean, the song is about, the whole album really is about like dealing with yourself, trying to live regular lives. Like if you listen to the lyrics, except for Labrador, which we can go into that one later, everything else is just kind of the same theme. And at some point within that theme, you accept that life is what it is and you're eventually gonna die. So kind of like, you know, why are we sad? Like, let's just accept that. And that's why we had the Grim Reaper in there partying with us, because like, all right, you're coming from me, might as well just like enjoy the whole experience. So that's what I did. I just showed up, literally. They were like, let's do this, let's just act a fool in his apartment. I was like, all right, I can do that. I mean, just tell me what to do, like what not to break, and I'll do it. And that's it.
There you go. I like the what not to break. That's key when you're in someone else's apartment rocking out. And I thought the video was just super down to earth and super chill and fun. It just really accented the vibe and still touched upon some of the heavier subject matter of the record in a very mature way. It was just well done. We could talk to you guys all day. You're an absolute pleasure to chat with, but as much as I love talking with you, I love listening to your music just a little more. No offense.
No, it's fine.
So with that said, guys, we have another set, and I think it would just be remiss if we didn't give it to the audience right now. So thank you guys for being here. Keep hanging out with us. The show is far from over. In fact, my favorite song's up next. So for me, it hasn't really even begun yet. This was all the warm-up. So I'm thrilled to introduce Suburban Surf Club once again with another set of music, starting this one off with Oakland 76.
Oh yeah, this is an old one.
1 year ago. Take it away, guy.